within the span of literally just 12 days, 70 units. We're starting up, guys, 70 units. What is up, guys? Welcome to JS Racing. My name is Jason. It's been quite a long time since I last posted anything, and this is honestly the fourth time I'm recording this exact same video because there's just more and more things coming up, and they're all good things, but it's just, they're like, all connected to each other and sort of occupy most of my time. So for the past week and a half, I've been working on a couple of things, and a lot of good came out of all of them. So I'm going to start right from the top. Last week, so this is a Friday right now. Last Monday, so what is it, 12 days ago, I was preparing for a race for that particular weekend. It was going to be like a sprint and endurance race combined, but it's more like entry level. But either way, I was preparing for a race, and then my partner in Kartsmith sent another, I think 22E to one of our friends, one of our mutual friends, who's also like a karting sort of, I don't know, pioneer here. And it's a girl, and she spent probably, I don't know, a decade, 2 decades in this industry, and she's probably one of the most experienced out of us all. But anyway, so she was working on another track, and we sent her one of our engines to see, if their track is interested. So they were testing it, and they said, wow, they loved it, it's great. And I was like curious, so I went over to check it out on a Tuesday to see if there's any technical problems, and there was. When I first asked the mechanic, like, how did the drivers like it, what was the feedback, they were like, it's good. It's they drove well, and it's quick. It's a bit slower than the Briggs Stratton 206, and I'm like, what? That can't be, because the Briggs Stratton 206 is like 8.8 horsepower, something like that. Ours is probably nearly double that. So it's not possible to be slower, and also at least, I think it was 1 second slower. So I was like really curious as to what happened. So when I went to check out the engine, it looked like this. So then I thought, okay, these guys mechanically, they're probably very like inadequate, because you cannot in your right mind do anything like that to your intake. So I was like, okay, look, I'm gonna come back tomorrow, I'm gonna bring my tools, and I'm gonna fix the problem for you. So that's what I did. I went back, brought my tools, fixed it, and it's now performing as it should. And yeah, it's going crazy. So she loves the engine, and she wants to order, I think, 9. So that's probably our very first order for our engine, 9 units. So that's 9. And then, because the free practice and all that stuff starts around, I think, on a Thursday for the race of the weekend, so we went over, we brought our karts. I brought the 28R, my boss brought the 22E and his own kart. And this race is quite interesting. There's 2 classes. One is rental karts, and then the other one is like it's either a road tax or some 2-stroke engine that's about like 30 something horsepower, but they put a limiter on it, and it's now like around 15, which is great, because it's a very good gauge to us as to how powerful our engine is. So we did a lot of testing, and well, let's start from the beginning of the day. In the beginning of the day, there weren't any drivers for the race. It was just us, our team. We're just messing around with the engine settings and all that stuff. So our test driver took the engine on the track, went around for a couple of laps. It was okay, but needed more tweaking. And then as more drivers came, our engine started to become the focus of everyone on site, because although there weren't any drivers on site, there were a lot of race organizer staff there. So everyone was like, dude, what's this, man? It's quick, blah, blah, blah. Because the two-stroke engine class that was limited to around 15 horsepower. They call it the GP Max. We were actually on the track with it, and we were just going past it like it was just a little baby trolley. Like, we were just going past really, really quickly. And our engine is loud, well, because of the tailpipe. But yeah, it was loud. So every time we were closing in on a driver, the driver would look around very nervously, seeing where we are, and would just let us pass. And we're doing that the whole day, just going past the drivers constantly, and everyone's like looking at us and in amazement. They've never seen a four-stroke engine like that, because I mean, Tillotson I think just opened up the market here locally, but it's not very popular yet because the Tillotson is actually quite expensive here. So yeah, there aren't a lot of 4T sort of thing yet. The most mainstream four-stroke engine that they drove was like the Briggs Stratton and 206, and it's also a very expensive engine, and it's not really that quick. So to them, seeing something like that, it was like they were amazed. And when we told them the price, they were like, wow, that's really, really affordable. So another dude that was like really spending a lot of time looking at our engine, he was like, dude, I got 2 tracks in my hometown, and I want to buy 20 units. So that's another 20 units on top of that 9 units. So we're still negotiating what they want, because they wanted the clutch included, and I think they wanted the exhaust included, which we actually don't sell with. But anyway, so they want the exhaust included. So that's another 20 units. And then there's this other driver who is not from around there. He wants to own one as well after seeing our engine. So that's another 1 unit. So that's 30 units now. So we did the race. I'm gonna include some montage after this, doing the race. The race was fun. We did the sprint race and also the endurance race. It was fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. The drivers, I was in charge of one of the endurance team, the other one, and then we have like another 2 endurance teams. The guys at my team were all like newbie, so they were just there for fun. But anyway, it was fun. It was a fun experience. But then here's the more important part. Because we've always wanted to make the engine more popular by holding a race, because in that way we can promote our engine even quicker. So that's what we did. We spoke with the chassis provider, which I think I mentioned in a previous video. He came over, we met in person. It's actually my first time meeting him. He's a really nice guy too. he used to be a driver himself, so the way he developed the chassis, like a lot of the theories and all that stuff is like really done very well. So we really like his products. But anyway, so he wants to buy 40 units from us. So that's 40, including the previous one. That's 70. So that's 70 units potentially. Well, the 40, I think it's pretty much done deal. The other 30, I think the 9 from our friend is close to being done. The 20, I think we're still looking into it, because we have to send one of our engines over, and we don't really know that guy. So we're afraid that, you know, he might just take it apart and see if it can replicate it himself, which I don't think he would be able to. But anyways, so that's pretty much the update so far up until today. Within the span of literally just 12 days, 70 units. We're starting up, guys, 70 units. But the 70 units, they're all 22Es, because the 22Es, you know, they're not, they're powerful, they're pretty powerful, but not like to the point where people can't handle it. The 28R, it's really more like close to the two-stroke engine level kind of experience to handle it. So yeah, I think a lot of the races, that's the most popular going around is like entry-level people. That's the biggest market, so I think we need to, I mean, everyone's like thinking they need to dial down the power, so it just needs to be more powerful than the existing 40 market, but not too powerful that people can't handle it. And one interesting thing with the race that we're going to do is because it's a very similar format to the race that we just joined. So it's got sprint races and also endurance race. So we're going to have to mix and match the 22E. So I've now got another idea where we're going to have the crankcase as a completely separate packaged unit, and then the cylinder head as another part. So we have the typical configuration with the 16 Junior, the 22E, and then also the 28R. These are already set up, but then we also have these particular cylinder heads also mixed and matched with the bodies, so that you can do what this new race that we're going to do is endurance body with a 22E cylinder head. So it's going to last a long time, but also powerful enough for most of the drivers. So that's pretty much what yeah, I've been trying to shoot with this video. I mean, for previous videos, it was just way too long. I was too excited. I was talking about too many things. But anyway, I just really want to share with you guys, you know, we got potential 72 orders, which is fantastic. On a side note, the project that I'm going to work on, the big track, is starting, I think. At least it looks to me it's going to start very soon, which is why I got the haircut, because my original plan was if the project starts, I will get a haircut. So now that the project is going to start, I got a haircut. So that's why my hair is shorter now. But anyway, so yeah, exciting things coming up soon, and hopefully none of that will fall through. I'm still a bit pessimistic on that side. But anyway, so yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.